welcome to Rallycross GT. We are back. Rallycross GT is back with Season 5, aka the Spring Series. My name is Kurt Dunninger, your host for today. You know, Rallycross GT, we always like to bring up new things for the drivers and new things to the community. So here we are with yet another brand new racing format, the Sprint Series. Drivers joining the lobby here ahead of the pre-season testing. Rob there struggling a little bit with the KTM XBow, one of the two cars we will be using this season. Here in the chat, Pedrão Santana, boa noite meu amigo Kurt, bom dia, boa noite Pedrão, seja bem-vindo aqui ao Rallycross. Hoje é pré-temporada. Aqui em Spa-Francorchamps com o KTM XBow e o Mini VGT. Some of the drivers here warming up. Ricardo Pickles rocking some classic Williams livery there. I really like the looks of that with a big camo Renault in there. That's super nice. I like the work that the drivers are putting here in this livery. Pickerick, let me actually change here. This is showing the driver IDs. I like to show the nicknames. Yes. So Ricardo Pickles, he's driving in VR. So he's got the VR headset. He'll be driving this season in VR. So I heard. I think the XBow, this is the view that he's gonna have. It's one of the nicest cars to drive in first person. We also have. Domitzakus, old friend of ours, here with a stock livery for now. Hope he changes that later. And 4 times champion, Coach Robe, here up front as well. Pedrão Santana perguntando, cadê os brasileiros? Não sei, Pedrão, os brasileiros deixaram a gente na mão. Pedrão here asking about Brazilian drivers. We have no Brazilian drivers this season so far, believe it or not. We were gonna have Redbeard, but his PlayStation broke, so I'm not sure. Pedrão, o Bernardo disse que ia participar, né? Mas não sei. Pellegrino também. Let me go there just in time to see Domitzakus swerving in front of Rob on drums. So. Just explaining a little bit what we're doing here today. So the Sprint Series is new format. So Rallycross GT started as something trying to emulate World Rallycross rules, evolving and adapting to Gran Turismo Sports and Gran Turismo 7. Now with the Sprint Series we changed the format slightly, and it's just straight up racing. So 20 minutes endurance racings from start to finish. So it's 2 heats per day. First heat with qualifying time. The second heat is with reverse results. Sprint Series because like quick racing, start to finish. No joker lap, no multiple heats with qualifying, semifinals and final. Just straight up racing. It's a lot easier for the drivers, but should be quite exciting and challenging as well. Here we have our good old friend Oni-chan. He is racing from Japan, also in VR, so I heard. So looking forward to see the VR battle between Oni-chan and Ricardo Pickles. Also our hermano Ezefanchi, straight from Argentina. Rallycross GT, very international. Ridge Raider joining the chat as well. Hello, my friend. Looking forward to see you on the track later today. We're starting today with the Group 2 cars, the two-wheel drive division, the KTMs, and the Minis later. But if you would like to race with the Minis as well, you are more than welcome. We have plenty of space here in the lobby, so you can join us. Silvestri AV joining here in the chat. Welcome to Rallycross GT, Silvestri. Welcome to the Sprint Series, Season 5 of Rallycross GT. We have couple of more minutes ahead of qualifying starts. Ricardo Picle so far setting the fastest lap with a 2:33. 20 minutes race today. It's an endurance race, so I have no idea how many laps this is going to be. Tire wear during the race will be quite strong as well. So something that the drivers will have to adapt. So we have a 5 minutes qualifying before we start to set up the grid for the heat 1, and then heat 2 will be with reverse grid. So again, brand new format here in RXGT. Something exciting for the drivers and for you guys, our lovely spectators. We have 13 people here in the chat. 30 people tuning here to Rallycross GT. Let's say hello in the chat, guys. Who is there? Who is out there? I don't know unless you say hello, but it's good to have you guys here with us anyway. And if you are looking to join the season as well, we do have space on the grid. Don't be shy. Just bring your KTM XBow and feel free to join. Socrates is there just warming up his sofa. Still sitting in the pits, has not put the car on the track. Let's say hello to him. Just checking if he is ready. It's almost 9 o'clock. We are ready to start in just a couple of minutes. Oh, we have someone else joining the room now. Who would he be? Oh, Socrates is not racing. So Socrates is just watching. He doesn't want to race. Oh, Tricky Vic joining us. Oh, good old Tricky Vic. He was almost late for the party. I know he'll be racing with the minis for regular season, but for now, this is pre-season. Everybody is welcome to race in both divisions. Just putting my other laptop so I can have the times here. And Tina in the chat. Hello, good luck to everyone. Welcome to Rallycross GT, Tina. It's good to have you here with us. Just putting the other laptop, and let's get the names of those who are here. So Melon is not. So Socrates does not want to race. No problem, no problem. So we have seven people. There's one more person missing here. Oh, for some reason I put Socrates twice. Some smart guy put Socrates' name twice in the sheets. Ah, it's Ridge Raider that's missing. I see. Okay, I'm gonna put his name down as well. Okay. Ridge Raider, would you like to join us? Would you like to join the group 2 as well? You're welcome to join. Starting in a second, guys. Just waiting for Ridge Raider to respond, perhaps. Nah, he's eating supper. No worries, mate. not to worry. Let's start with the qualification then. Let's go into spectate mode. And yes, as you can hear, the weather has hit the track here in the forest of the Ardennes in Belgium, Spa-Francorchamps. We have a little bit of wet track. Let's see how that's gonna affect the grip for the drivers. It's not a lot of rain, but should be enough to slow them down just a little bit. Coach Robe, the first one out of the pits with a military camo livery. Ricardo Pickles, actually Ricardo Pickles came out first, but shows number 2 for some crazy reason. Let's run this one for you guys. Oni-chan and Tricky Vic side by side out of the pits. Vic coming around the outside, down the straight. Oni-chan slots behind for now. Rob also out on the track, and just Funchy coming out now. You only have 5 minutes for qualifying, so don't take too long to come out of the pits. I think they only have time for 1 lap actually. Let's see, the track is drying up. There is rain forecast for today, so the track is supposed to start with the rain, with water. But since the latest update, the weather is not as bad as it used to be, even if you put rain from the very start. Slightly frustrating, but c'est la vie. Let's go with the flow. Let's see what these guys can set in terms of lap times with the KTM. First one out, but Robe is closing the gap. Oh, goes a little bit too hot, too far there, too hot, and almost loses the rear of the car. The KTM is a very interesting car. It's got a very strong downforce actually for something with such small rear wing, but it's got a lot of ground effect in it as well. Very flat bottom, which helps with downforce. And this car's got a very big mix of understeer for an MR car, but also like snap oversteer. Very interesting car to drive. Vic and Oni-chan again battling for position, battling for space here in qualifying. They should have given a bit more space to each other perhaps, so they can set the fast lap times. Oni-chan gets the upper hand and slots in front. That might help Vic with the slipstream. Oh, but I think Vic cut a little bit of the corner there. Might get a penalty for that. Yes, he does. That's gonna hurt his times. Dom Mitsako's further back there might take advantage of Vic's penalty and manage to get past. Rob opens his time, and Funch, the last one out of the pits, only just opened his lap. I don't think he'll have time for a second lap. I don't think anyone will have time for a second lap here, in fact. Let's see what Pickles is doing. Curious to speak to him and Oni-chan after the race, perhaps if we have time, and see how much difference it does to race in VR, especially this car here. It's like visually very very pleasing. You can see the whole like the dashboard in there with the speed and a couple of extra information as well. You can see that the in-game time is 18:19 now, so 6:20 in the afternoon. It's really bright here in Belgium. The sky has cleared up. The clouds are gone. Hands there in the shifter because it's a manual car. I love to see that. I love to see the gear changes. Beautiful. That must be really good fun to drive this in VR. So here are the drivers crossing the finish line for the first time. Let's see the times. A 2:32 for Pickles, but Robe with a 2:30 sets the pole position, and the other three drivers very close to each other. Let's see as it's lost. So that's Robe, Don still in the P2. The Greek squad is strong here today. So Pickles in P3 with Onichan not far behind the two VR drivers in P3 and P4. Vic 1 second further back. Rob is just coming around now with a 2:40, struggling a little bit. And where is Funchy? He's coming out the final few corners. And then we're going to start with Heat 1. Funchy with the Monster Energy livery, looking very sharp as well. 34, 35, and that is a P6 for him. So P6 for Funchy. That is it for qualifying. You can see the results in your screen one more time. Just give another 2 minutes for the drivers to breathe. Checking if they're ready to go. Bear in mind, we have sports softs and sports medium tires available, so drivers can choose whichever tires they want this time. So everybody ready there, ready to go. Just giving another few seconds for them to choose their tires if they want. And then we go. Right, I think they're all ready. Let's go. Welcome to Rallycross GT. This is season 5, aka the Sprint Series. Today is the first race of the season. It's actually pre-season testing. As the first takes that the drivers will have of the Sprint Series. Standing start here in this Heat 1 with Robe with the pole position, and here they go. Someone got stuck there. Someone was asleep. I think that was Oni-chan. Oni-chan telling me that he didn't have a lot of hours of sleep tonight, and that shows there with the poor start. And Robe with the pole position there managed to hold on to the lead with Pickles. Very good start. Gets the jump on Don Mitsakos up to P2. Maybe the excess of standing water there as well caused too much wheel spin for the guys. Lost a little bit of time. Let's go to the back of the pack here with Rob on drums. Very good around the Air Rouge. Just off the slipstream from Oni-chan. To push a little bit more now. Oni-chan in P6, Punchy P5. Vic there trying to get the jump on Don Mitsakos. Let's see if he can do that or not. A little bit too far, the track's a little bit too wet. As you see Vic and Funch there fighting for position. So sorry, that's Don and Vic, but also Oni-chan gets the jump on Funchy. Couple of battles here right from the start. Oh, a little bit of contact between Vic and Don. Those who have been racing each other for quite some time now. Don loses quite a bit of time, and Oni-chan manages to recover and gets another position. He's up to P4 now. He sets his eyes onto Vic. very, very international grid here today. We have 6 different nationalities. It's the beauty of Rallycross GT. Very international racing series. Let's go there up to the front with the coach, the champion, multiple times champion Robe. 2.3 seconds gap. He's on soft tires. I don't think anyone opted for the mediums because we have a wet track today. And in the wet, I think the softs might be able to go the whole distance. With the KTMs, I'm not entirely sure. Very close. Vic holding on to P3, and now Oni-chan is under pressure from Don Mitsakos. Both of them on soft boots. Don very close there, trying to make use of the slip. Funchi was on medium tires, decides to change. Why is he going for the pits now? And why was he on medium tires as well? I'm not entirely sure. So he's gonna lose quite some time. That allows Rob to take P6. Let's go here on board with Don Mitsakos as he chases Oni-chan. Very poor exit of turn 1. Lost a slip, or not quite, still like 4/10 back, but it's too far to make a move, I guess. Moves the 6th gear in. Eventually, finally out of the pits, but he's way too far back. Too far for Don as well to make a move there. To fight later. Was gonna put side by side down the hill. Can he make the move? He's on the inside. Oni-chan gets pushed wide. Has to get the outside line, but now he's got the advantage. Next corner is to the left, favors Oni-chan. He fights back and managed to hold on to P4. Good battle here. 4 positions right in lap 2. We are 4 minutes into this 20 minutes race. Oh, now Don goes really wide, almost loses the car, but managed to hold it. Very good job there from the Greek driver. But now he lost a lot of time and lost a little bit of precious rubber as well. And here's another battle between friendly rivals, between Vic and Pickles. These two, they've been racing together for a long, long time. In fact, I think it was Pickles who brought Vic to the league, and he's been regretting that since, because Vic has been always beating Pickles on the track. This time we have Pickles in front, but let's see for how long. Meanwhile, we're gonna go to see the coach in the pits. He's got a 6 seconds gap already. And this battle between Vic and Pickles is now allowing Oni-chan to close the gap. We're gonna have a very nice battle there between P2, 3, 4, and maybe 5 if Don can keep pushing a little bit more. Very good exit of the chicane there for Pickles. Opens the gap a little bit there to 4/10. And Oni-chan, he is closing in as well. The gap is now down to slip range. It's 0.6 even. He's really closing the gap. Let's go on board here with Oni-chan, because it's gonna be a 3-way battle, and whatever Vic does, we can see from this angle as well. Funchi in the pits again. What's going on? He went to the pits in the first lap. He had medium tires already, now he's got medium again. Oni-chan and Vic holding positions, no attack just yet. I think they were too far. You need to be much closer to be able to make a move with these cars. Let's go up front and see the coach. What is he doing? How are his tires doing? So 6 minutes in, so just past quarter point of the race. His tires are about, I don't know, 15-20% worn on the rear. I wonder how far the tires are gonna go. A very long pit stop here in this this track as well, so maybe, you medium tires might be worth. I don't know. Drivers have the option. Vic is super close there. But not close enough for an attack just yet. Don is falling back 3.5 seconds. Rob with a penalty. He's 15 seconds off the back of Don. We know that Rob may not have put a lot of practice time with this car just yet. He's registered to race with the Minis. It's going to be after Heat 2 on the KTMs. Then we have Fungi there at the back. Now he put the soft boots, but I don't know what happened there with him. Why was he on mediums before? I wonder if he qualified on mediums as well. He might have a chance to redeem himself in Heat 2. Let's go back here to the battle, and we see Vic now with a penalty. Disaster for the British driver there with a penalty. He loses a little bit of contact with his Canadian friend rival, and Oni-chan now is 3/10 behind him. So Oni-chan surely gonna get that position when Vic pays the penalty. Where is the penalty zone? It's on the back straight. Okay, so Vic has got some time left to fight, but Oni-chan is really close. Gonna put on the side now. Vic is playing hard to get, but it's only a matter of time. Vic manages to hold his position there, holds the inside line, makes it harder for Oni-chan to make a move. They're racing with BOP and the stock settings, so there's no advantage on the car here for anyone. It's all on your skills. Oni-chan stays very close there. The three of them super close, between 3/10 between the three drivers. Nico's doing a very good job there holding Vic and Oni-chan for that matter. 4 laps already. He also had a very good launch, while Oni-chan had a very bad launch. He's made up for it. Oh, a mistake from Vic. No, a mistake from Pickles. So Pickles makes one little mistake and loses 2 positions. Was a little bit too wide there on the S's and lost 2 positions. We were just like praising him. He goes a little bit wide now, trying to get the outside line around Oni-chan. The battle of the VR headsets. Both these drivers, they are driving in VR as Vic pays the penalty. We have a 3-way there. Pickles managed to get back to P2. He managed to get past Oni-chan. And Oni-chan inherits the position once Vic pays the penalty. Very good battle between these 3 so far. But look who is catching up. That's Don Mitsakos. He is closing the gap. We're gonna have a 4-way battle here very soon. We've lost Rob. We've lost Rob on drums, probably mechanical failures on the suspension of his KTM. Had to abandon on the track side. And look at Vic trying to get his position back. But we know Oni-chan is a very fast driver. Let's see how Oni-chan is going to defend now. He's going to stay on the outside line for now, it seems. Vic looking on the inside. He's going to get it. Yes, he does. Tricky Vic is up to P3 again. Oni-chan does not put much of a defense there just yet. And Don Mitsako's 1.7 back. The gap is going down, so Don is going really quick, like clocking 32 the last few laps. Oni-chan did a 34 in the last lap, lost 2 seconds. Vic as well, and also Pico. So all these drivers lost 2 seconds in the last lap. Meanwhile, Robe did a 29 there in lap 2, so the fastest lap of the day as it stands. Fastest lap of the KTMs as well. No trouble for the champ. So these guys need to push a little bit harder. Those three, they're really close. I'm losing a little bit now. It's 1.8 the gap. Funch is clocking 33s now, so he's just about a second off the pace of those front runners, the mid packers. They need to push a little bit harder, avoid mistakes like that. These tires don't like this car don't like having dirty tires. So looking at the tire wear, we're just past the halfway point, and the tires are approaching the halfway point as well on the rear right and rear left for Don. Everyone else got slightly better tires, so Vic got the best tire wear of these three drivers that have been fighting the whole race. Robe with the penalty probably cut the rouge. He's got quite good tire wear as well, especially considering he's got almost a full sector gap on these guys. So I don't think these guys will need to change tires on the softs. They might be able to go the whole way. We see on each other the same move that Vic did on him the previous lap. Goes on the inside, gets the job done. No, he didn't. So we lost the camera there. The camera did not focus on each other. He made a mistake on the chicane and lost 2 positions. He's now down to P5. Lost the position to Vic, and now slots behind Don Mitsakos. Mistake from Onichan. Maybe the rear tire started to give in. I don't know how bad it is to drive these cars on these tires, but I think this guy's gonna have to push a little bit harder. Maybe not too hard so they don't wear the tires so much. I'm surprised with Vic. He's on controller, if I'm not mistaken, and he's got one of the best tire wears. Robe is also controller with a D-pad, as we know. Old school controls for Robe, but Vic is on using the stick, and he's got the best tire wear of the whole bunch, better than the guys in VR. That's impressive. Okay, Funchi's got the best tires, but he's got two laps advantage because of the pits there. 2:33 his best lap, but he is really struggling to keep the car on track. He's not giving up, and nor is Vic. He's trying to close the gap on his Canadian friend Ricardo Pickles. We're 7 laps in, 15 minutes and a half into the race. We've got another 4.5 minutes left of this race, so I think there should be 2 more laps. They're gonna go up to 9 laps in total. Don't now get into the 32s, so tires super worn out, but 32.1 from Don. That's faster than both guys in front, so Don is closing the gap. He's pushing really hard. Alonichan had a 37 in the final lap there, shocking. Bunchy's struggling there to improve his pace. Let's go 1 lap here with Robe. Passenger seat ride with the champ. See what he's doing that he's so fast. lot of fun to drive this car with a H shifter where you can go from straight into the gear that you want. It's nice to see the animation. For the driver. Very early shifts there for Robe. The tires are pretty worn out. Shifting to 6th gear there just before the corner. As he gets the chicane. Let's go back to this battle here because Vic is 3/10 behind Pickles. He might be able to make the move here into the chicane. Oni-chan still 3.5 seconds behind. And look at the tires, the rear tires for these guys. He's showing some serious signs of wear there. Oh, we saw that Oni-chan going straight, almost there. Through the chicane, we've lost Funchy as well. We also lost Funchy with terminal damage to random parts of the car. And look at Vic there, side by side with Pickles after turn 1. Are they gonna go side by side in the Rouge? That's madness. We have a 3-way battle here down the straight with 1.5 minutes left to go. So I think this might be the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. Pickles defending on the inside, he's got more tires. He's got the inside line, Vic's got the overspeed. Can he complete the move? Yes, he can. What a move from Vic around the outside with the overspeed. Pickles has to slow down behind in P3 with Don Misakos right on his back. A 3-way battle here for the podium. In Spa-Francorchamps with the KTM XBows. Oni-chan further back, really struggling with the grip now that the tires are a little bit more worn out. I think some of these drivers might be thinking that the medium tires would have been a good idea. Don is still very close to Pickles, but I'm not sure he's got enough tires left to make a move. Let's go check the coach, paying the penalty. We still have a little bit more time before he crosses the finish line. Little mistake there from Don, I think. And Vic managed to get past Pickles. And already opened 2 seconds. Don Misakos with a penalty. Now half a second penalty for him. It's gonna ruin his chances of finishing the podium in this first race. And here comes Coach Robe from start to finish there up front. We didn't give him enough screen time, because that's what happens when you're so far up front. He takes the first win of the day here in Spring Series Preseason Heat 1. Tricky Vic will take P2 as it stands, unless he botches the chicane. Can always happen. But he doesn't, and Tricky Vic will take the P2 with Ricardo Pickles in P3 and Don Misakos after paying the penalty. They're very close finish with Oni-chan. These are the 5 drivers that finished the first race, and Coach Robe the first winner here in our Sprint Series. Let's save the replay. So Funchi saying here in the chat, the car looks pretty good handling, but I can't make a synergy with my driving form and turns. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird car, this one. It drives very different to anything else that we have. Let's now change this into, sorry, that was endurance. Host set the order, because race 2 is reverse grid. Yeah, as I thought, Rob, no prep with the KTM. No need to apologize, mate. Big Stu here in the chat, aka Oni-chan on the track. I'm sweating way too hard for this VR. Yeah, it's probably your eyes are in a swimming pool, isn't it? So much water. Right, the guys are getting ready. Let's see if we can make the starting grid. We can't just yet. We need to wait for them to ready up. Ready, please. Checking if Rob will race as well. Because he will be the pole position. He was the first one to not to complete the race. So he will be pole position here. So that's Robe at the back, followed by Vic, followed by Pickles. Then it was Don, Oni-chan, Funchi. Right, okay, so Rob's gonna sit out on this one, no problem. Drivers are all in order already. So Big Stu saying he had a heater on and it wasn't supposed to, I see. Yeah, well, it's pretty cold here in Tokyo today. You're a little bit further south. I think it must be even colder there where you are, isn't it? Near Yokohama. Funchi, maybe it's that I'm more used to racing tires than sports tires as well. That is also very true, man. But these cars are not supposed to be raced with racing tires. Definitely not. We are ready. Are the drivers ready? Ready to go, everyone. Let's just have a quick check here what they are doing. I don't think anyone needs the medium tires here. They seem to be all with softs. Oni-chan saying hold on, okay. Oh, look at that sideways moment from Vic there, showing off his drifting skills. Not bad. Okay, Oni-chan is ready now. Okay, he's still with the soft tires. So I think he was just setting himself up at home. Let's go. This is heat 2. Welcome to Rallycross GT. This is the pre-season for season 5. This is the race 2, heat 2, reverse grid from race 1. So Funchi there with the pole position and Coach Robe starting at the back. The track is still wet. Let's see how they fare this time. Here they go. It's a much better start for Oni-chan this time. At the back there, Coach Robe already getting the jump on Vic. They're fighting for positions here at the start. A little bit of contact and Don Mitsakus, I think. The orange car, no, there was Robe, I think, lost the car and goes back to the last position. So Funchi manages to hold onto the lead after a very bumpy start there between the drivers. 6 cars coming down turn 1 on a wet track. It's a recipe for disaster. Oni-chan now holding on to P2. And Vic already trying to make the move on Pickles. Early on, not gonna waste time behind anyone this time. A little bit of contact there, perhaps Vic almost loses the car. And that allows Don Misakus, no mistake for Don, he almost collects Robe on the way back into the track. Meanwhile here up front, Oni-chan jumps into P1 ahead of Funchi. Funchi goes a little bit wide there, loses 2 positions because Pickles managed to get past as well. Funchi was clocking at 33s during the race, was about a second off pace from these guys. Robe makes the move as well on Vic now. Vic wants to fight back though. He's not gonna let the coach have his way right from the start. Dom Sadness, a couple of mistakes there at the start. Lost positions. Oh, someone went really wide there. Who's in the green car? That's Funchi. Where is Funchi? Can't see him. Let's go on board with him. Yes, he's in the grass now. Damage in the front. Not sure if he had contact with someone's back or if he just missed a braking point and went straight into the dirt there. No one else with damage. I think he just went out by himself. The battle up front here is between Oni-chan, Pickles, Robe is already up to P3, and Tricky Vic. Vic's coming with him. Look at Robe going around the outside in turn 1. It's madness. Madness. This is RXGT. That was really bad. Don't let me do that again. Mrs. Rallycross here is cringing. Right, back to Robe and Pickles. The battle for, oh, mistake there from Pickles. The battle for P2. Both Pickles and Vic almost losing control. Pickles cuts the corner, gets a half a second penalty. That's gonna cost him several positions. And look at Vic and Robe not giving space to each other. Vic's got the inside. He gets the position. Very nice move there from Vic, but he's really going elbows out here. A little bit bad there for Pickles with the penalty. Fortunately, Don is 2.2 seconds back. Even with the penalty, that's not gonna be enough for him to lose the position to Don. But the story of the day here, that's Oni-chan with the redemption. He's up front. And he's holding a 1.1 second gap there. Almost a sideways moment there for Pickles. He stepped into the grass with the rear right. But managed to bring the car back onto the track. And Vic and Robe continue to battle. We know Robe is really fast, but Vic is really tough to get past as well. Evil Melon joining the chat. Good evening, my man. How are you doing? How was the basketball and how was manufacturer's race? How was the final race of the season? Looking forward to see you as well in with the minis later today. I think that's gonna be good fun. So Pickles, after paying the penalty, that allows them to get really close. We have 2 separate battles here because now the two packs about 2 seconds apart. And Robe is really trying hard to make a move here. He's going around the outside again in turn 1. He tried that against Pickles, didn't work. He's gonna try against Vic. I don't think that's gonna work. And no, he doesn't. As Vic holds on to P2, but he goes a little bit too far into the green pit, loses a little bit of traction, and that is Robe closing the gap into the Rouge. He's gonna get there, I think, less than 3/10 gap between the two. I think that was a bit of a cut there for Robe. He lost the advantage that he had. Yes, and it was a cut. Now Robe with a half a second penalty. Might fall behind Pickles now. So this is the beauty of reverse grid. We know Robe is fast, really fast. He's now pushing really hard, trying to get in front of Vic, despite having a penalty. But But now Robe is having to find space and get past. Because there's a little bit of breathing space there. Now they're done. Fell back by about a second. How's it up front on Ichan? 1.7 seconds gap, a 32.1. His fastest lap. Is the fastest lap of this race. Oh, we've seen a 29 there from Robe in race 1. Can Robe do another 29? First, he needs to get out of traffic, and he managed to get past Vic. We didn't see the overtake, but he's got a half a second penalty, and he's going to fall behind Vic again. Might even lose the position to Pickles. I think Don is too far back. Punch is only 12 seconds behind this time. 2:35 his best lap. Right, where's Robe? Robe paid the penalty already, but didn't lose any time. Interesting. Vic is super close now, but not close enough to make the move. A little bit too deep on the chicane. We've lost Funchy again. Probably engine damage and had to abandon. Maybe that explains why his car was so slow. Losing power. We have a 5-man battle here for the rest of the race. 8 minutes in for this 20-minute race. I think we had 8 laps in the first race. There should be another 8 laps for this one. I don't see any reason for that to be different. Domisako's 1.4 seconds behind Pickles, 0.6 behind Vic. Vic is just 1 second behind Robe, who's now got enough clean track, and he can chase Oni-chan. Oni-chan was saying that he didn't have enough practice with the KTM before this. He's doing quite well there. 32.1, 32.8. But Robe was going purple by 3/10 there, so the expectation is that he should catch Oni-chan pretty quickly. So Melon saying the girls won the 3-on-3 basketball the tournament. Oh, not bad. Very nice. Very, very nice. Congratulations to your daughter. And you also got a 217 points, your highest score this season. Well done, man. Not too bad. 4 nationalities in the top 4. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, we lost our Argentine and American drivers here in this first race. In the first race and the second as well. We had 7 different nationalities here in this race. Something that is hard to see in other leagues, isn't it? Especially from so many different corners in the world as well. So is that Vic that was going purple? Is it Robe? But this guy seems to be going pretty quick now. They're not fighting anymore. Coach Robe, 0.7 seconds gap. He is going pretty quick. Oni-chan is in trouble. And I can see the headlights are on. That means that the clouds are creeping in again. Oh, mistake from Vic. We saw there in the background. Let's see here on board. So that means you can see the dashboard. It's 7 p.m. track time. But the sky's still pretty blue, but it's getting cloudy again. I wonder if we're gonna see more rain. We've got random weather, and we've got some pretty gray clouds up there. I wonder if it's just clouds that we're gonna have, or if we're gonna have more rain. We're on board with Coach Robe as he chases Oni-chan, doing the last 2 first. Hits 2 is reverse grid. Robe won race 1. Can he win race 2 as well? That would be a pretty good result for him. It would be a lot harder if we had a full grid of 15 drivers. Getting past 15 drivers is a whole different gig than getting past only 6 drivers. comes. 3/10 gap. It's closing it all, going for a lunge there. That was a little bit too far to make a move. He's right there, right behind the Nissan. He can properly read there the license plate on that car. They're coming side by side on this double left. And Coach Robe, no trouble. Managed to get past Onichan there. Did not go for a defensive move. Better not fight and risk your race, isn't it? Tries to fight back a little bit there with the right-hander. The sequence of corners. I think it'll be hard to catch Robe now. He did a 31.0 in the previous lap. So a whole second quicker than Onichan, probably another second quicker in this race. Further back we have Tricky Vic holding on to P3. He managed to get past Pickles and leave him behind. There's Pickles, and then we have Don in P5. Rallycross GT Season 5, the Spring Series. Brand new format here for the drivers. We're racing now in longer tracks with 20 minutes endurance races. Random weather as well, and you can see the weather is getting pretty grim now. Let's go on board here with Don. There's going to be on board. But on this camera you can see how the clouds are creeping in. I wonder if we're gonna have more weather. The track is getting proper dark. You can now see the reflections of their headlights on the track. Do I hear rain? I think I heard a bit of raindrops. We cannot see the radar, unfortunately. I think I am hearing rain. Let's go on board. These guys don't have windshield, so it's a little bit hard to tell if it's really raining or not. They don't have wipers. It's wind and water straight in your face. Maybe it's just like passing clouds. See any raindrops here on the car. But as you see, Coach Robe leading another race from the back, 2:30 this lap here. He's pushing really hard. Had a 2:29 in the first race, but that was from the front. Onichan, very strong result here with a P2 in this race. He's back in the position where he started actually. Vic, Pickles, and Don. So a little gap between them, but we had some very good fights at the start of the race. We should have about 2 more laps to go. Still very dark here. iWizard joining the chat as well. Hello, welcome to Rallycross GT, my man. How are you doing? Thanks for the follow as well. I saw here on my log that you followed us recently. Welcome to the crew. You're watching Heat 2 here in the Spring Series pre-season testing. Coach Robe won the Heat 1, started from the back in Heat 2, but he's up the front again. Tire wear is pretty high there. I think he is a little bit stronger tire wear than we had in the previous race. Maybe because he was pushing to get past people, he was forcing the tires a little bit more. Much better tire wear this time. I think he had no mistakes this race. Tricky Vic with the penalty. So we can't really see when we are spectating the race, but driving these KTMs up the Rouge is one of the scariest things ever. When you take like the Rouge is the bottom part and the Radillon is the upper part, like the left. Actually, it's a complex of two corners. But most people just call it Rouge, the whole thing. So actually, when you're taking the left of the Radillon, looks like the car lifts a little bit. It kind of, the front wheels come off, and you're just on the rears for a split second. It's pretty scary and sketchy as well. Melon here saying there was a penalty for Robe. Thanks for pointing it out. So we can see that here now. GoPro showing loads of understeering for Robe. Yeah, this is a very tricky car to handle. It's MR, but it understeers a lot, but then at the same time it oversteers a lot. And like I said, on the Radillon, it's just super sketchy to take that corner full throttle. Really scary. But on the when you're spectating, you cannot see the cars lifting their front wheels. But if you try driving here, it's really scary. Strongly encourage you to try that. So Vic also had a half a second penalty. It looks like that didn't even hurt him, because he still has 2 seconds gap over Ricardo Picles. In terms of pace, all these drivers are really close. So their fast laps is at 2:32, and they're averaging 33s every lap. Vic slightly better here, doing more 32s than 33s. And also Oni-chan in the 32s. So it looks like all these drivers here, there's 4 drivers, very even pace. Coach Robe going faster. With the tires that worn out, he can still go faster. That's impressive. Punchy here saying in the chat, guys, I need time to get used to the XBow. Yes, man. It's a really hard car to drive, but this is pre-season only. Don't worry too much about it. Regular season starts in 2 weeks' time. We have plenty of slots left to fill. So if you have more friends, please bring them in. Please invite them for either the KTM XBow or the Mini VGT. And we have space on both grids. iWizard as well in the chat. If you would like to join us, there's plenty of space left for the regular season. Or if you want to join us for the next race for the Mini VGTs, starting as soon as this one finishes, you're more than welcome to join us. We're approaching the 20-minute mark. Can Robe cross the finish line before that and open the lap number 9? I don't think so. It's going to be just 8 laps again. We see Robe leading for a good chunk of this race, even though he started at the back. I think if this was a full dry race, the rear tires would have given it. Two corners left between Robe and his second win of the day. Coach Robe wins heat 1. Starting from the back here in heat 2, he wins again. Followed by Oni-chan in P2. Tricky Vic. It's gonna take P3. Always see Pickles almost losing the car there in the background. Takes P4 ahead of Dom Mitsakus in P5. Evo Melo saying GG Robe. Yes, very good job there. Good game. Takes his second win of the day. Let's save the replay, and here are the race results for you. Mrs. Rallycross was asking here, where can I see the results? Here they are, brand new interface in the latest Gran Turismo update. Bunch is saying that the last time he used KTM was 2 years ago in a Spanish Championship. That was also in GT Sports, I assume, and there's a completely different game. Right, guys, we're gonna take a short break ahead of the Mini VGTs. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Well done, Robe, again for the double wins. And yeah, see you guys in a bit.
Hello and welcome to Rallycross GT. If you're a car fan and you're visiting Japan, here's something very unique for your trip. Let me introduce you to Ichioku Tours. They are a company that allows you to rent Japanese sports cars to drive them around Tokyo. I will be testing one of these 1989 Unos Roadsters, but they also have other JDM cars available to rent. Shall we go? This is a really unique way of exploring the city from a different angle. All you need for this is an international driving permit or a valid Japanese driver's license. Ichioku Tours offers a number of predefined routes which take you around some of Tokyo's most famous neighborhoods, but you can also simply rent the car and drive it around by yourself. If you need to use the navigation system while driving, but you don't want to use your mobile data, you can rent a pocket Wi-Fi for a small extra charge. You can also rent an ETC card, which is a must if you want to drive on the expressways. Most cars come equipped with air conditioner, Bluetooth speakers and a dash cam. They also offer emergency phone support in case you have any trouble while driving. I will leave Ichioku Tour's details in the video description below, so you can check out their website and follow them on social media. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's it for today's ride. See you next time.
Welcome to Rallycross GT, guys. We are almost ready to start the second division of the day. This is the Season 5 for Rallycross GT, aka the Spring Series. 4-wheel drive division, driving the Mini VGTs. We just had some very exciting races there with the KTM XBows. Just before this, Coach Robey won both race 1 and race 2. He's gonna sit outside and just watch this second race. Just warming up a little bit more here. These cars, they are like a pocket rocket. They are super powerful, handle really well, but they are very tire hungry actually. Have 7 drivers for this one. Looking forward to it. Very international race as well. We're missing Oni-chan, hailing here from Japan, but he's gonna sit out on this one, just watch and enjoy. Just gonna notify the guys we are starting soon. I think everybody's got soft boots on. Yes, they do. Right, let's start with qualifying. Here we go, 5 minutes qualifying. You can hear the rain here at the start of the race. Wet track for these guys. So you all come out of the pits. Ricardo Pica's first one out. With Don Mitsuka's very close to him. Interesting strategies here for the pits, I guess. For the qualifying, see if they're gonna fight for it and lose time, or they're just gonna make some space. So brand new format here in RXGT with the Spring Series. We are testing some new stuff with 20 minutes endurance races, 2 heats, 1 with qualifying, 1 with reverse grid, and yeah, no more joker laps. We also have longer tracks with random weather. We're trying something different here for the drivers. See how it goes, and see if we can do more of this in the future. Should be a lot more simpler, a lot more simple to the guys. Easier for us as well to organize. Coach Robe in the chat cheering for Socrates and Don, the Greek squad. The Greek squad that took 2 medals home last season, P1 and P2. So Coach Robe, the champion. Lost the count of how many times he became champion. He's RXGT champion already. I think it's like 4 times. and Socrates took home the silver medal. This man here, Tricky Vic, took the bronze home. Very hard fought battle. What the hell is this livery here? Cadbury, Lavazza, Coca-Cola, Polyphony Cafe, is that it? I think it is, yeah. Gran Turismo Cafe. I love it. I heard there's actually a real place called Gran Turismo Cafe, isn't it? I wonder if this is the real phone number. Since we're here, let's check everyone's livery. Melon with a all black default stock livery. Socrates with a brand new livery, Gas Monkey, Soccer of Driving RXGT. He's rocking our old sponsor here though. Need to remind him that we've changed sponsors for this season. Unfortunately, down to political issues in Sri Lanka, DRC decided to cease operations. So no more cool racing for us in beautiful handmade track. But we have a new sponsor for this season. I'm gonna talk more about them in a bit. Ridge Raider from Flying Fox Racing, Ford then with a brand new livery, looking very, very aggressive here. I like it. Rob on drums, always with a very, very beautiful livery as well. You can see on the rear bumper there, Simple Customs 64, our new sponsor for season 5. Simple Customs 64, they are die-cast customizers, so they make modified miniatures and diorama as well, 1/64 scale. I've just got a custom-made garage from Simple Custom 64, custom-made Rallycross GT garage. Just preparing some videos that I can show you guys. Hopefully, in the commercial break of the regular season, we should have that ready. So Simple Custom 64, make sure to follow them on Instagram as well. I'll leave the link for you guys later. Pedrão Santana de volta aqui no chat. Louca essa pintura do P6, é. Flying Fox. Pedrão, a gente tem que fazer um contra GT Fox contra Flying Fox. O que você acha? Let's go up to the front. We have another Flying Fox here, Ricardo Pickles, but he's rocking a more simpler livery. Simple Custom 64, RXGT in the hood. Very, very slick livery, this one. I like it. And Dom Mitsakos with a monster energy livery. These are all our drivers for today. Here in the 4-wheel drive division, they are set in their times. Very good time there for Dom Mitsakos with the pole position. No, that's Vic now smashing it with the 229. Socrates behind, Melon with the penalty, so Melon with the penalty, and unfortunately not gonna score a time. He's gonna start from the back. Disaster for the American driver. Rob on drums. Yes, P5 ahead of Ridge Racer. That's qualifying done for Heat 1. Let's just see if anyone is going to change tires. Just saying here, mediums and softs are available for them to pick. Let's give another few seconds for them. Can we see the results? Yes, we can. We can see the times. Right, so Vic with a 2:29 is a very good qualifying time there. It's about as fast as Robe was going with the KTM in the race, in the Heat 1. I don't remember Robe's qualifying time actually. Done with a 31.6, 31.7 for Pickles, 31.8 for Socrates. Then we have Rob with 34, Ridge Racer with 38, and Melon with no time because of the penalty. Right, there should be enough time for them to choose their tires. Let's go. Welcome to Rally Cross GT. This is the Heat 1 for the 4-wheel drive division on the Mini Countryman VGT. Standing start for these guys as well. Tricky Vic with the pole position starting on the inside. Ready to go. And it's race time. Very good start from Vic up front. Holding on to the lead. Into turn 1 they go. A little bit of contact there between a few drivers in the middle of the pack. Pickles holds on to P2. Melon continues to be there at the far back. And a very good start from them, from him. The two Greek drivers slot in the middle of the grid at the moment. Oh, a big mistake there from Don. I think that's gonna cost him a lot of time and a penalty. As we see the evil Melon gaining various positions. Rob as well, they're getting a penalty. He's losing a few positions there to Melon. Very good start in this mid-pack here. No penalties for Dom for some reason. Lucky him. And Ridge Raider slots in the back of the pack. The three Americans at the back. The two Greeks. Pickles in P2 and bronze medalist in season 4 leading the pack as it stands. Track is still a little bit wet but should be drying up very soon. I expect to see some pit stops this race though, because the minis they chew a lot of rubber. They eat a lot more rubber than the KTMs, so if the KTMs are almost needing pit stop, this guys surely will need. Melon on mediums. Melon is on medium tires actually. Oh, we are looking at the strategies there. And Rob on drums also with the medium tires. So I think they've been doing their homework. Some testing, and they know that they do not need to do pit stops, and you lose a lot of time on pits here in this track. You see Ridge Raider and Rob on drums going off track a little bit. 1 second penalty for Rob. Almost managed to get past Ridge Raider still. It's nice to see a battle here at the back of the pack as well. Up front, I remember during testing Vic was super quick with the Mini. And I expect to see more of that. Not much of a fight between the two Greek drivers. I think they are going to help each other out. But I'm curious about Melon. So the medium tires, we know they are slower. But they do not need to do a pit stop in this track. And in here, the pits are really long. I think you lose about 30 to 40 seconds on the pits, and it's just 8 laps. So maybe, you know, going with the mediums, they might manage to jump and get a few positions for free, just like that. Front tires for Rob showing some sign of wear already, even though it's the mediums. The guys on soft surely gonna suffer a lot more here today. It's only Heat 1. Let's see. And now this is the beauty of the Striders as well, and having 2 races. After Heat 1, Some guys pull a medium strategy, get a few positions, and everybody will be like, hey, this actually works, I'm gonna try that again in heat 2, and then we see completely different strategies for heat 2. Don and Socrates not attacking each other yet. They're only on lap 2. I'm curious to see their race pace. And I think because he was closing the gap until he got a penalty, he's gonna pay the penalty in the next lap only. Those front tires, they're really getting chewed up really quick. Look at that, 2 laps in. It's already quite a bit worn out. The gap's going up 2 seconds now, just a couple of corners. What is going on? Sock, Art of Driving, closing the gap on Ricardo Pickles as they get close to the chicane. Can Socrates make a move? He tries something there, but it's a little bit too far back. Not able to attack just yet. 2:31 the first lap for Vic. Socrates really close to Pickles. We might see a move here at the end of the straight. How are our friends here further back? So Ridge Raider is survived there in P6 with Rob with the medium tires, only 4.5 seconds back. Right, let's see these guys. They're going up the Eau Rouge Radillon. Less than 3/10 gap, because he's going to have to defend for sure. He goes wide, gets the outside line. No space for Socrates to attack. And that is Pickles holding on to P2. Still very close. Might be able to mount an attack later in the lap. Tacos 1.7 back. Melon on mediums as well, so Melon doing 35 on that lap. Okay, so let's start making calculations. So 35 for Melon, and I think Melon has just about the same pace as Don. 4 seconds difference per lap in 8 laps. That is 32 seconds. I think the pits are longer than that here. So with that in mind, plus the degradation lap after lap, so I think the guys on something might be losing pace. Lap after lap on the mediums might lose less. So I think it might be a little bit more than 32 seconds that you lose. So 32 seconds difference in the laps on the mediums versus the softs. It might actually work out. So as long as Melon is less than 32 seconds behind the front runners, for example, let's see, he's 15 seconds behind Vic, but Vic is doing 31 and a half his fastest lap. Wow, it's the same as Don actually. 31.539, 568 here for Don. Yeah. So as it stands, if my calculations are correct, if it's the 32 seconds that Melon's going to lose during the race with the 8 laps on the medium tires, he might be able to make all that back when the guys go for a pit stop and even finish up front. Let's see. Rob's a little bit further back. He's doing 38 on mediums versus 34 from Melon. But yeah, I think Rob should be able to get a few positions as well. Look at that. Pickles with half of the race completed. well, less than half. We're only 8 minutes in. This guys might be able to do 9 laps. I don't know. The car is a tiny bit faster, and they're more than halfway through their tires already. They're surely gonna have to pit. There's no way around. So interesting strategies here for the 4-wheel drive division with the Mini Countryman VGT. Tricky Vic leading from pole position, 3.2 seconds ahead of Ricardo Picles, currently sitting in P2. Soccer of Driving was posing some threat at some point, but not anymore. Domitzak was in P4 with a half a second penalty. And then we have Evil Melon, 18 seconds behind the leader, but he's on medium tires. Let's see the delta in the next sector. He's going quicker or slower, tiny bit slower. Fair enough. Ridge Raider continues to push. As well as Rob on drums there on the medium tires. Got a 42 in the last lap. He probably went off track somewhere. Rob's got much better tires than Melon for some reason. So we know these guys are gonna have to pit. It's just a matter of when they're gonna have to pit. You can see Vic starting to make mistakes in turn 1. So as the front tire starts to degrade, you're gonna start to understeer a lot. Look at Socrates. Might have to pit at the end of this lap even. Got another penalty. The penalties are gonna become something regular here with the minis because they understeer way too much. You cannot take the Radillion at full throttle like you could do with a KTM. 0.7 down, but he's got a half a second penalty there in that lap. Maybe that's why he was going purple. In terms of lap times, Don and Vic, they are bang on the same pace, 31.5. 31.9, the best lap from Pickles. 31.9 from Socrates as well. It's nice to see that most drivers are very, very similar pace. Melon did a 36 in the last lap. May need to improve that a little bit because the guys did 34. Therefore Don. But yeah, I think they're gonna have to pit this lap. Look at Pickles as well. Ooh, it's pretty bad. Vic's doing a better job there with the tires. I'm surprised that Vic on the controller is being able to manage the tires better than the guys on the wheel. The pit window is now open. Vic should be the first one to come in. Where's Vic? There he is. As he comes to the chicane, he should pull to the right and enter the pits. Let's see, Melon is 22 seconds behind. No, Vic stays out. Vic stays out. Pico stays out. Are they gonna drive on the rims only? That is most unusual. Melon with a penalty. Still got 50% of the tires left. Should be good enough there for him to race until the end with the same tires. Ridge Raider are actually taking very good care of his tires. 50% there as well. Then Rob a little bit further back. 2:37 his best lap today. He's on medium tires. You know he's got more pace than that. Went for the mediums based on strategy. Let's hope that it pays off. But if no one stops, then yeah, that's not great. I blame Gran Turismo physics for allowing it to run on the rims and still be fast. It was really much better than other updates where the tires will literally fall off the cliff super quick and behave almost if you had a puncture when you reach 0%. Like this, look at Pickles. Literally driving on the rims now. Yeah, he's officially the driver with the worst tires on the grid. Everyone else struggling as well with tires, but Pickles is almost 0% now in the front left, now 0% in the front right. Starting to lose pace. Socrates is catching up. Socrates got a tiny bit of tires left. Should be just enough. We don't have an onboard camera on this car. Let's go on the chase camera. Pickles surely has to enter the pits now. He's gonna lose too much time if he doesn't. Let's see. Vic's not going in. See, Pickles can't even brake properly. He's gonna stay out. Gets bullied out of the way by Socrates. Socrates also staying out. That's crazy. The guys are gonna drive on the rims. So Dom Mitsakos also with the tires on the wire. Let's see the lap time. So Pickles did a 38. Okay, he got pushed out there, so lost a little bit more time. Socrates did a 35. Pick did a 34. Okay, so I'm a little bit disappointed with the strategies here. I was expecting people to pit, but because the game allows you to run like that, yeah, why pitting? I think the time loss there. You look at how much time Pickles is losing. Socrates already 1.7 seconds ahead. Don as well approaching critical tire wear on his Mini. But yeah, why pitting? Melon is doing 36s. His tires should last the whole way. Ridge Raider as well. He's doing 37s on softs. Now, at least the last few laps. His best lap is at 34. While Rob doing 40-40. Okay, so Vic is on the rims as well. So all of them driving on the rims. Everybody with penalties, a penalty fast now because they cannot steer the car anymore. Let's keep an eye on the lap times, but since they only have 2 laps, I don't think it's gonna make too much of a difference. I wanna see them taking the Rouge. Tire wear like that. Let's go with Vic. Let's go chase cam with Vic. He's having to use the handbrakes now because he cannot brake properly anymore just on brakes with the 0 front tire wear. Scorpion Jaded, welcome to Rallycross GT. Thanks for the follow. And yeah, as you can see how he has to lift there. He cannot take the Rouge and Radillon full throttle anymore. Let's see at Socrates. Yep, lifting, so they don't take penalties anymore. The lap time here is 35 for him. 39 for Socrates, 41 for Pickles, 40 for Dawn. Okay, Melon did a 39 in the last lap. That wasn't very fast. So as it seems, it's better to just run on softs, run on the rims, and it's more a matter of who can make it last longest and handle better with the poor grip that will be left. Yeah, if that's what the game offers, fair enough. Not a lot more we can do. Scorpion Jade, very welcome. Namaste, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to Rallycross GT. You're watching the pre-season here ahead of season 5. This is the heat 1 for the 4-wheel drive division. They are driving the Mini Countryman VGT. We had the 2-wheel drive division earlier today on the KTM XBows. And we saw Robe winning both races. The first race with qualifying. The second race is with reverse grid. So Vic is about to win race 1 here. He will start from the back of the pack in the next race. Socrates managed to gap Pickles quite a bit. Pickles with a 1-second penalty. Now that's gonna hurt him. He should put one wheel on the dirt there so he doesn't lose too much time. Nah, not bothering. And here comes Vic for the final chicane. Losing control of the car there with a lack of grip. Going sideways, a little bit of drift. But he will take the checkered flag and take the win for the 4-wheel drive division Heat 1. Tricky Vic, followed by Sock, Art of Driving. Oh, Domitsakos managed to get past Pickles. Can Pickles fight back? No, he can't, and that's Domitsakos with a P3 across the finish line. Ahead of Ricardo Pickles. Evil Melon now with the medium tires. Completely worn out as well. And a half-a-second penalty. Interesting to see medium tires finishing ahead of softs. Ridge Raider, the only driver that managed to make the softs last the whole way through, actually. Very good job there for Ridge Raider. And Rob on drums, also on the mediums, managed to make it last the whole way through. But it doesn't matter, no one cares. Running on the rims seems to be better, apparently. It's a big shame, but good job there for Rob on drums as well, closing in P7. Tricky Vic takes the win here in Rallycross GT pre-season in Spa-Francorchamps. Let's get the replay. Here are the official results. We're gonna change now to reverse grid. Just double checking the results. Yes, all good. Got a thumbs up from Mrs. Rallycross. Right. Order now set by the host. Bone on my tires. Yeah. Well, if that's how the game wants to roll, you know, I don't blame the drivers for driving like that. I don't think that will work on every single race as well. I think the lobby froze. Yes, the lobby is frozen. You're gonna have to reopen. Oh no, it's back! It's back! It's back! It's back! Come back! It was just a very, very long hold. Never seen it holding for that long. That was interesting. Let's go. Drivers coming back. We have Malon joining back, and who else had left the room? Robe, but Robe was not racing, so that's fine. Yeah, big thing that someone might have been lagging the room. Could be. We never know. Dawn coming back as well. Just waiting for everyone to get ready so we can start. We can set up the grid. So Dawn joined the room. Waiting for Melon to get ready. Let's set them up in the meantime. So that's Vic at the back. So thanks, Mrs. Rallycross. There's Vic at the back. Socrates behind him. Okay, we got everyone now. Then we have Dawn. Dawn Pickles. Then we have Melon, Ridge Raider, and Rob on drums. Right, we've got everyone. So I think Ridge Raider will try this one on mediums. The only driver on mediums. Big Sue here in the chat, them front tires though, are they even able to change torque distribution? I don't think you are. These cars, they don't have torque distribution. You can't even buy it. Like VGT cars, you can't really change anything. Not even like you can change brake balance. That's about it. Brake bias. Actually no, because I set BOP, you can't even change brake bias. Yeah. So it's completely stock. But for some reason you can still drive with no tires, and it's fine. I think Ridge Raider will want to race mediums this time. Just double checking before we start, and then we go. Okay, he said yes, so here we go. Four-wheel drive division, heat 2. Welcome to Rallycross GT. This is the pre-season testing, four-wheel drive division on the Mini Countryman VGTs. Heat 2 is about to start. Reverse grid order. So Rob on drums with the pole position, Tricky Vic at the back. Ready to go, and it's race time. Evil Melon trying to find space around the inside. There's a very good start from Melon. He's gonna get the jump on everyone from P4. Look at him go, and who's going around the outside? That's Ridge Raider. Lost several positions there at the start, but he's on medium tires. Ridge Raider trying to go the whole distance on the mediums. It's a very good start there from Evil Melon, gaining several positions. Rob managed to get the P1 back before the Rouge Radillion complex. With the Ricardo Pickles in P3, followed by Dom Mitsako's Streaky Vic, already got 2 positions. Ridge Raider and Sock Art of Driving. They're changing positions there at the back. Socrates managed to jump 1 position as they come here to the chicane. Rob holding his ground there against his fellow countryman. It's a very close back here at this start of race, and what a move from Melon there on the inside. Just went as if Rob was not even there. And Rob's gonna have to defend from his mate Ricardo Pickles. Rob is one of the only drivers left since season 0 back in GT Sport more than 2 years ago. He brought Pickles to Rallycross GT, Pickles brought Vic, and that's how it works. You know, the word of mouth makes the competition even more exciting. As Pickles gets past, and now Vic getting past Rob as well. Rob doing all he can to hold positions, but these guys behind are seriously fast. Goes a little bit off track there. Contact with Socrates, not sure. Socrates loses a little bit of time as Ridge Raider keeps pushing his medium tires. Evil Melon in the lead as Pickerick chases. So in terms of lap times, you guys were all pretty close. I want to see Melon now on softs. What can he do? Because before he was on mediums and he was going for the strategy, but just no one stopped. They decided to just go for 2 more laps on full worn softs, which is fair enough. Here goes Vic, trying to find space on the inside, but there's not enough space there in turn 1. Loses the rear a little bit. So Rob on drums picks up some penalty, and I think Socrates will be able to get past. What happened to Dom Mitsakos? Got some damage on the rear and fell down to P7. He tries to get past Ridge Raider. We are chase cam here with Dom Mitsakos as he tries to get past Ridge Raider. Greek Squad versus Flying Fox Racing. The Monster Energy car slots behind. Ridge Raider's on medium tires, so he's got a lot less grip. A little bit of contact. But he's really struggling to get past Ridge Raider. In a clean way at least, which is nice. He could just push his way through, but that wouldn't be cool. And I see they got the wipers on. I see the wipers on Don's car. Do we have rain? Do we have rain? Now that would be interesting. We've got random weather, so we could have rain just like show up like that and mess things up. Ridge Raider goes really wide there. He's gonna lose the position. Brings the car back. But that allows Dom to go up to P6. Rob with the penalty down to P5. Socrates is 5 seconds behind Vic. Let's go up there to the front. We have a 3-way battle for the lead. These guys do not have the wipers on. Maybe it was just passing rain. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was turned on manually. Still quite dark here in Spa. Maybe the rain might show up later. Oh, Vic, they're very heavy on the brakes, almost losing the front of the car. Very nice 3-way battle. Vic starting from the back. Oh no, 1 second penalty for Vic. That's gonna hurt him a lot as he tries to go around the outside on Pickles. Very good move there, 2/10 gap. That is close enough to make a move on the chicane. It's less than 2/10 now. They are bumper to bumper. Vic's gonna try to go around the outside. They are literally side by side, but Pickles got the advantage and turns to the right. Vic outbrakes Pickles, try to get on the outside, and what a move from Tricky Vic. Late on the brakes and gets the move done on Ricardo Pickles. Very, very bold move from Pickles. Gets the job done, and up to P2 he goes. Ricardo Pickles had the advantage on the inside, but Vic super late on the brakes. What a move, ladies and gentlemen. And now he sets his eyes on the evil Melon. Melon has been leading almost from start to finish. Had a very good start there. He started in P4, jumped up to P2 with this reverse grid. He's now with soft tires, so he's able to fight for a potential win. Vic's closing the gap, but that 1 second gap's gonna put him behind Pickles again. It's close, but has to hit the brakes. Pickles managed to get past, but not by much. Not by much. We're going to see a fight again in the next couple of laps. A little bit too wide there for Vic. Gets another penalty. Vic is pushing really hard. He wants a double win, but might not be able to do that. Socrates in P4, Don in P5, and then we have Rob on P6 ahead of Ridge Raider. Ridge Raider, the only one with medium tires this race. We know that pits are not mandatory. Oh, he loses the rear. Managed to avoid the spin there, Ridge Raider. Good display of car control. Back to the front, Melon P1, Pickles P2, Vic with a penalty, still P3 is 1.4 seconds back now. That's quite a bit of time. Marcos Segundo joining the chat now. Hello Kurt, how are you? I am very good, mate. How are you? I really miss you here on the track. We have no Brazilians this season. No Brazilians. I know you don't have a console at the moment. It's a big shame. Really miss you here racing with us, mate. Hope you can find a way to join us again in the near future, maybe halfway through the season. Right, we're lap 4. We are approaching the halfway point of the race. Evil Melon is in the lead. 0.6 gap to Pickles. The gap is going down. And the tires, they're about halfway through. These guys, they might be able to just about make the softs last the whole race and not run on the rims this time. It was a very interesting race 1 actually. Half of the grid running on just on the rims, no tire left. Oh, mistake from Melon. Melon makes a mistake. Vic on the outside, sorry, Pickles on the outside. Managed to get the job done, and Pickles is up to P1 ahead of Evil Melon. One small mistake on a fast left-hander there. was enough for Pickles to get past and open 1 second already. The tires are just under 50%. Sock Art of Driving 2 seconds back is not too far. He might still have a chance to make a move there in the next few laps. 31.4 his best lap. 31.0 from Vic. Dom is doing 32s, struggling a little bit. Rob on drums, he's got amazing tire wear actually. Brand new tires, he's surely going to be able to finish his race on softs. And then Rich Raider there with the mediums, struggling a little bit. This is just pre-season, this is the time to make tests like this. Big Sue cheering for Pickles with a VR headset. Yes, PS VR is going to take the win. It's just a shame that this car does not have the internal camera. They could have, adapted the Mini Cooper, but yeah, it wouldn't be the same. I think that's why they just blacked out the windows as well. Really black so you can't see inside. No chance of seeing the interior. I think I did see some of the drivers inside though. Might be going crazy. It will be the first time. Right, Vic, half a second behind Melon. It's the battle for P2. They've got the lights on again, which means clouds are creeping in. Are we gonna see rain? Could happen. We've got random weather. We've got 20 minutes of race, so that means 4 slots of weather. Melon goes really wide again, might get another penalty. That's where we saw him making a mistake and losing the position to Pickles earlier on. We've got Vic going around the outside and he's gonna complete the move. 2 mistakes from Melon in the same place in 2 consecutive laps and he loses 2 positions. And the sky is getting proper dark. Melon is now under attack from Sock Art of Driving. Melon is in trouble. Marcos is saying that he only plays PC now. That's a shame. Brazilians, I don't know why they're not coming to race. They're, complaining that this is not GR3, GR4. I think that's why. Big Sue saying he's playing some Euro beats watching the race. It's quite something. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Actually, if you want to listen to some Euro beat, you can just subscribe to Rallycross GT. If you subscribe, we play some nice Eurobeat tunes with the sound alerts. Only for subscribers. As we see, Sock Art of Driving bullying Melon out of the way. Melon now with a 1 second penalty. Melon is going backwards. As his tire wear as well. It's going down the drain. We've got 2.5 laps left to go. It's going to be 2.5 laps of rims. Because no one's gonna stop. Ridge Racer there in the back of the pack with the medium tires. Looks like the medium is not the way to go. Not in this race at least. I think most of the other tracks, they might encourage a pit stop. I don't think running on rims on the other tracks during the season will work. Maybe this one because there's not a lot of braking or not a lot of sequence of low speed corners where front grip is so important. Maybe they get away with that, but look at that. How he can't keep the car straight. Can't keep the car from understeering. Even with the mediums, just the nature of this car. Rob on drums, 1 second penalty. He's gonna take a P6 here at the moment. Dom P5, Melon down to P4, already on the rims. We have a battle for P2, and we just about saw there contact between Socrates and Pickles. So Pickles is completely out of tires already, while Socrates is not. So Socrates will be able to keep pushing. How's Vic? Vic is just about. If Socrates can keep the tires alive a little bit longer, he might be able to close the gap on Vic. Dark Rider 802, it's always good to see Canadians in races. I usually see lots of Americans in the races. I see. So Pickles is one of the veterans here in Rallycross GT. We are a very, very international league. We had some drivers hailing from Japan and Argentina in race 1. As I was just saying here in the chat, we used to have Brazilians as well. A lot of Brazilians, but we've got no Brazilians this season for some reason. They decided not to show up this time, which is a shame. Where do you hail from, Dark Raider? Are you Canadian as well? This is Rallycross GT Season 5 pre-season testing. So the actual season starts in 2 weekends from now, on Sunday if you are here in this side of the world that I am in Japan, or on Saturday if you are in the other side of the world. You can just follow us on Instagram. Yeah, so definitely you're in Canada, definitely Saturday for you. Yeah, just check us on Instagram. You're gonna see our posts with the race information, calendar information, if you were interested in joining us in the future. Soccer of driving really close to Vic there, but he's gonna pay the penalty now and ruin his chances of potentially gunning for a win with the tire difference that he had. Didn't lose a lot of time there with that half a second penalty. The gap goes up to 1.2, but distance doesn't look too bad. It's not over yet. We have one more lap to go. How's Pickles? Pickles holding on to P3. He's without tires already. Same as Melon. Same as Don. Rob might be able to make it last. Trading speed for tire wear, I guess. Very consistent in the lap times, except for the last one where he had a penalty. And then Ridge Raider on the mediums. It's nice to see the difference in approach from the drivers between Heat 1 and Heat 2 as well. There might be a penalty for Vic. Pushing a little bit too hard. It's a penalty for Socrates, not for Vic. Oh, lucky British. He's gonna have a little bit more breathing space there. He already won the race 1. He might win race 2 as well if he keeps going like this. We saw Robe winning race 1 and then winning race 2 from the back with the KTMs. Vic is gonna do the same here with the Minis. Very, very good job there by the British driver. Bronze medalist in season 4, while Socrates took the silver home. Canada man rocking our sponsor Simple Custom 64 there at the door. Follow Simple Custom 64 on Instagram as well, guys. Our sponsor for the season. They're preparing very special customized miniature for as a tournament prize. Dom Mitsakus in P5, struggling a lot with pace in this race. He was much better with the Mini than he's now with sorry, he was much better with the KTM than he's now with the Mini. Right, final lap. Let's go up there to the front because they're approaching the final few corners. And look at Vic, 1.5 seconds gap. I think he's gonna take this one. Tricky Vic is gonna take both wins today for the Mini division, for the four-wheel drive division. Coming around the chicane now, no mistakes. And here is Tricky Vic to take his second win of the day. Here in the four-wheel drive division ahead of Sock, Art of Driving, and Ricardo Picles. Evil Melon will take P4. Domisak is coming around now the chicane to take P5. There he comes. Rob on drums in the chicane now. Will take P6. I think the softs are the way here for this race. Evil Melon in the chat, good stuff. Yes, much better than with the mediums, isn't it? Ridge Raider decided to give it a try on the mediums. I guess it didn't pay off as much. Actually, Rob was doing 240s on mediums, so Rob is just about same pace, slightly faster than Ridge Raider with the same tire compound. So it's nice. It's nice to see more drivers of the same pace here. Wood showing the car control there again. Ridge Raider crosses the finish line in P7, and that is the result for Heat 2 four-wheel drive division. Tricky Vic with another win. Let's get the replay for this one. Here are the results on screen. Very, very good race. Very good job from the guys as well. And that is it for the pre-season testing for today. We're just gonna open the lobby for the start of season, just so the guys can save it if they want. So I'm just gonna load it. Rallycross GT Season 5 Round 1. In 2 weeks time we'll be here in Mount Panorama. In the meantime, let's just go through the results there of the previous race, so of this race. So again, Vic with the win, followed by Sock, Art of Driving, and Ricardo Picles. That is almost the same result of race 1. We had Vic, Socrates, and Don in race 1 here for the four-wheel drive division, with Pickles finishing in P4. So this is going to be in 2 weeks time, just for the drivers to prepare the lobby. Very good to have the guys here with us today. Very good to have a lot of new faces in the chat. Dark Raider, iWizard. We also had, who else was it here? Scorpion Jade. Welcome to Rallycross GT, all of you guys. Pedrão Santana and Marco Segundo, all the way from Brazil as well. Sejam muito bem-vindos, meus amigos. Prazer ter vocês aqui com a gente. To Reva joining the chat now. Hello, hello, my friend. How are you doing? You just missed some great racing. All the guys are just... oh, I need to change the tires for this. Softs. Let's just see the track here. Sticking to the track here a little bit, but let's see if anyone's gonna join. I don't think they will. So just run you guys again one more time through the difference between the sprint season and the regular seasons that we had before, what we call now Classic RXGT. So the Classic RXGT, where we're simulating the World Rallycross rules with qualifying, semi-final, and final. Usually on short tracks, we had Joker Lap, we had a simulated tire wear as well, where you had to use softs, mediums, and hards. Very strategic race, but also very complex and a little bit too complicated for some people. So we decided to try something different this for season 5. We call this the Sprint Series. 2 races of 20 minutes. with softs and mediums available. You can choose whichever you want. Let's do just basic for now. So just two races of 20 minutes. The first race with qualifying, the second race with reverse grid positions. So much simpler format, much easier for everyone. We continue with two divisions. We have the KTM XBow for the two-wheel drive and the Mini Countryman VGT for the four-wheel drive division. Race starts in 2 weeks time here in Mount Panorama. I would love to see you guys, and follow us on Instagram if you haven't, because I will be posting a very sexy video of our prizes, trophies, medals, miniature cars, and I will be showing as well a preview of what our sponsor Simple Customs 64 will be offering. It's not going to be exactly the same thing, you know. Simple Customs 64, they customize die-cast miniatures. I've ordered custom-made garage from them, Rallycross GT garage. I'll be showing that on Instagram as well very soon. But I also got a beautiful Majorette Peugeot 206 rally car with a RXGT paint job in it. It's absolutely gorgeous, and you can expect something like that or better as a tournament prize as well by Simple Customs 64. My name's Kurt Daniger from Rallycross GT. It's been a pleasure having you guys here with us today. We're gonna call it a day. I'm just gonna leave you with another super cool video before we finish, then we're gonna find someone to raid. I see you guys next weekend. Thanks a lot for joining, and season starts in 2 weeks. Thanks, guys.
Hello and welcome to Rallycross GT. If you're a car fan and you're visiting Japan, here's something very unique for your trip. Let me introduce you to Ichioku Tours. They are a company that allows you to rent Japanese sports cars to drive them around Tokyo. I will be testing one of these 1989 Unos Roadsters, but they also have other JDM cars available to rent.
Shall we go?
This is a really unique way of exploring the city from a different angle. All you need for this is an international driving permit or a valid Japanese driver's license. Ichioku Tours offers a number of predefined routes which take you around some of Tokyo's most famous neighborhoods, but you can also simply rent the car and drive it around by yourself. If you need to use the navigation system while driving, but you don't want to use your mobile data, you can rent a pocket Wi-Fi for a small extra charge. You can also rent an ETC card, which is a must if you want to drive on the expressways. Most cars come equipped with air conditioner, Bluetooth speakers, and a dash cam. They also offer emergency phone support in case you have any trouble while driving. I will leave Ichioku Tour's details in the video description below, so you can check out their website and follow them on social media. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's it for today's ride. See you next time.